More than 800 people with one mission, promoting a healthy environment. We are the West Virginia Department of Environmental Protection.
Fall doesn't just mean back to school in the classroom. All across the state, teams of high school students are sharpening up their environmental skills in preparation for this year's Envirothon. The program is a project of the West Virginia Conservation Agency, and as the DEP's Mike Huff found out, it's a chance for students to get some hands-on experience that can help prepare them for a career in environmental sciences.
To the casual observer, it might seem unusual to see these young people standing chest deep in a hole in the ground, but they're getting a closer look at what makes up West Virginia's soil. They're taking part in this past year's Envirothon, an annual competition that pits students, grades 9 through 12, in a test of natural resource and conservation knowledge. Students are tested in 4 core areas: soils, aquatics, forestry, and wildlife, along with a current environmental topic.
Envirothon, of course, is a national contest, but the idea of having it in West Virginia, I was at a conference and saw an Envirothon exhibit and thought this would be a really great tool to have because we had no other program that targeted high school students. And so we came back, and the Elk Conservation District had the first Envirothon because we were in the process of constructing a nature trail out at Flatwoods, and it was a perfect opportunity and place to have the very first one.
Since that first competition in 1997, West Virginia's Envirothon has grown dramatically, more than quadrupling the number of teams taking part.
And we've added some different aspects like oral presentation and tried to pattern it more after the National Envirothon contest, and added what we thought would be beneficial to the high school students.
Teams are made up of 5 students and an adult advisor. This past year's winner, Doddridge County, went on to represent West Virginia nationally in the North American Envirothon. The top 5 finishing teams all share scholarships. It's a big benefit to the students, but it's not the only one.
Several of them that were in the early Envirothon teams have gone on for careers in conservation and natural resources. We have 1 or 2 in particular that have been advisors for Envirothon teams after they've gone on to school and gotten in their career field, and so they continue to work with the students in the program.
And they have fun while they learn, all while meeting new people and making new friends.
It's our future. It's important for them to understand how we work with the environment and the environment works with us, and how we can secure it for our future.
The 2014 West Virginia Envirothon is scheduled to take place April 24th and 25th in Mineral Wells. In Wood County, I'm Mike Huff for Environment Matters.
This year's national competition is being hosted by the University of Georgia. It's set for late July. To learn more about fielding a team from your school or student group, contact the West Virginia Conservation Agency. You can find out more information and download training materials on their website, wvca.us. It's our most precious natural resource, water, and teaching future generations how to protect and conserve it is the mission of the DEP's Project WET. The DEP's Aaron Creelman has more.
It can be challenging to teach a 5th grader about conserving water by just talking about it, but turn that lesson into a relay race and the message gets through. Project WET is all about hands-on interactive learning, and the program is aimed at 4th and 5th graders for a reason.
I think that the 4th and 5th grade age group is, they're old enough to understand a lot of the information, to get some of the depth of the topics that we're talking about, but they're also young enough to really still be excited about it. They love being here. They're thrilled to be outside. They're thrilled to be out of the classroom, having different teachers all day long and hanging out with their friends doing fun activities. They're kind of learning in disguise. I don't even think they recognize how much they're getting out of this festival.
And their teachers agree.
I think it's just a lot of fun. The kids get to interact. They get to be outside. They get to meet new people from around the state. And I just think it's a lot of fun for them. A lot of children learn best when they get to actually physically interact with whatever they're studying. So they actually remember things like this. It's not just studying it in a book.
And that's the goal of the program, giving children the tools to make positive choices about the environment we all share, now and for the rest of their lives. In Huntington, I'm Erin Krillman for Environment Matters.
To find out about organizing a water festival for your community, check out our website, dep.wv.gov, and click on the Project WET link at the bottom of the page. You can also follow Project WET on Facebook. Of course, Project WET is not the only DEP program with a Facebook page. You can also follow the Youth Environmental Program and Division of Water and Waste Non-Point Source Program. We have links to all 3 pages on our website. Coming up, what to do with all that leftover paint cluttering up your garage. Plus, checking in at this year's Youth Environmental Conference. We're back in a moment.